Okay, guys, welcome to Action TV Cincy. We're going to be filmed. We are at the Reels of the Time Museum and Historic Becker House. We're going to be, those of you that watched the real-time walk tour of the Broadcast Museum, we're going to be doing kind of the same thing here. So we're going to be meeting this fella. He's going to introduce himself, and you guys are going to learn the history of the place. So we're going to walk around. So whatever how long the tour video is, you guys will see. And let's go.
Hello, I'm Dave. I'm with Wheels of Time Museum, and you're going to go on a tour. We're going to start by going in the house. This house was built in 1830. The house next door was built in 1810. And we can go inside and take a look at what's inside. This would have been their kitchen. That would have been a fireplace. All the fireplace, every room in the house has a fireplace, but they've all been sealed up. It became out of fashion when central heat came in and whatnot. So I'll take you this way, and let me turn on lights. I'll turn stuff on because it looks better. My degree was in electronics. That's what I did my entire life. So a lot of the stuff you see here has to do with old electrical, electronics, whatnot. Yes. Here's one plate. Then you have to push that, and that brings the ball up.
Oh, where's my...
There are none.
Oh, what?
This is 1947.
That's
It's
how they did it.
before they put flippers on.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh. This is about the third year of pinball machines.
Oh my goodness, that is so cool.
Yeah, you got to remember those.
Oh yes.
This jukebox is 1960, and that was a 1981.
Oh wow. We have like a 70 at my mom and dad's still.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. And I think some of the same songs.
Well, you're stuck. You can only put in what
Oh, yeah.
was made on a 45, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
quit making 45s right around 1990. So
Yeah,
there are no new songs.
this is true, yeah.
And you want to know what anything is, just ask.
Sure.
This is a telephone room. If you want the history of telephones.
Yes.
Or if you want a job as a switchboard operator.
Oh my goodness.
Feel free to explain about the history of these telephones. Like, if you want to, like you normally would to a guest?
Well, yeah, I usually answer questions they have, but of course, the early ones were the crank ones, which went to a switchboard, and the operator would plug you in and transfer your call to whoever it is you want to talk to. If it was a long distance, she would have a piece of paper with your name on it. She would put it in there, and she'd punch the time in and the time out. And then that's how they would bill you for a long distance back then.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, you know, they went to the dial phones and the push button phones. The row down here are all military phones.
Oh wow.
They were wired and they were used in the military before they had radios.
Nice.
Anything musical is my granddaughters.
Ah,
They
okay.
are musical.
Is this medical?
No, this is from not Ohio, did not use these, but if you went to get your motorcycle's license,
Yeah.
you would wear this. This would clip to your belt, and the instructor would be behind you in a car, and he would talk to you, tell you to turn right, turn left, you know, go straight. Like the instructor does when you're in a car, he sits next to you, but in a motorcycle, you would wear this.
How far back does that go?
About the 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. That is
Because
really-
they don't do that anymore. I don't have a motorcycle
Oh,
license, but you know, they make you go through a course now usually. Oh yeah, the skeleton is my granddaughter's. Pump organ.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It is it's a workout.
I was gonna say, it does heavy.
Real workout.
So is this just a radio or is there a TV somewhere in here?
No, just a radio.
Just a radio.
This is record player. In the bottom are
Just
speakers.
storage. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Television. From the 50s, early 50s. Yeah. All the rocks and stuff are eldest granddaughter.
Oh, nice.
She digs for rocks, minerals, gems.
Really?
That's a picture of her digging. All I do is take her there and pay for it. North Carolina, where the hurricane hit, is the gem capital of the United States. You can go there and dig and find rubies, emeralds, and all kinds of various other.
Is that where these were? She actually
Yes.
found all these?
No.
Okay.
The polished round ones I buy while she's digging.
Oh, okay, okay.
She keeps all the stuff she digs up,
Okay.
except arrowheads
Oh, yeah.
and fossils.
Okay.
I tell her those are mine.
Yeah, yeah. Finders or keepers fee, huh?
Yeah, I'm paying for it all.
Yeah.
And, but yes, she brings 100, 200 pounds back with her every time we go. Oh, God.
That
Yeah.
would be so
It's
fun.
crazy. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and you know what that is.
Yeah. So they used different amounts in what year is this?
Well,
Or-
it'd have been from the 60s,
Okay.
and this would have been one that was inside
Oh, like a
of
hotel
a
or-
department store
Okay, okay.
or a train station or anything, because it's wood. It wouldn't have been
Wouldn't-
outside.
Gotcha.
You know, if you go in, you close the door, and the light comes on.
You have some very intelligent grandchildren. Oh my goodness.
She's one of those kids you can't get to sit still, so you gotta have something going on all the time to
Yes.
keep her busy.
Oh my gosh, these are so
Yes.
good and detailed.
She loves building those Legos.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't even know some of these existed.
I know. Of course, this would have been the main entrance to the house, the front door. The paint is original to the house. They never repainted this.
Really?
Yeah. So I imagine because it had the stencil work done, so
Yeah.
they didn't want to paint over top of it.
Wonder how they would have, what they would have used for coloring back
You got
then.
me.
I don't know.
I don't either. And it's paint. It's not wallpaper. Yeah, it's I guess that was what was in 1830.
Yeah, yeah. So what does this do?
This is a fare box for a trolley car or something you would get into, and you would put your money in here.
Oh, okay.
And the driver could see it, and he pushed this, and it would drop it down into here, and it counts it.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna
And there's numerous ones around here of different ages and different
So is-
manufacturers.
So that would kind of be like a meter, kind of?
Yeah, you know, if it's 35 cents, you drop it in here. Used to be any old, before these, you would give your money to the driver, but a lot of the money didn't come back. So
Yeah,
they
okay.
started to have something that would count the people and the money.
Gotcha. Let me go upstairs.
Oh, you can,
Okay,
but not really. The fire department will not allow me to have people upstairs.
okay.
But we, if you wish, I'll take you up there. Every room but my room. It's a mess. I don't want anybody. I believe this probably would have been the nursery for the younger.
The smallest
Uh,
one.
Because the room next is the master bedroom.
Here through the walls.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
There's not enough light.
I love that light switch.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
You know, you can still buy them new,
I do.
and you can even buy them so the knob that sticks out after you turn it, you can turn it and it dims the lights.
Oh,
I know.
that's right.
But I don't have any of that.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh my goodness.
Yes, all are. But, look at the closet. That's how small closets
Oh
were.
my, all closets were small like that?
Yeah,
Really?
you would have had armoires like this, which you could have seen. And of course, this would have been a fireplace here.
Oh, okay.
And then they have a wall safe built into the fireplace.
Really?
And banks or nothing out here.
Oh,
You know,
that makes
if you had
sense.
anything valuable, you had to,
Yeah.
because at the time these, you know, the time that building was built, the first house, there were still Indians out here.
That's
You know,
hard
that's
to
1810.
imagine. That is,
Ohio only became a state in 1808. So this was 2 years after Ohio became a state.
what would the room connecting be? If this was the master, is that
Another
still a
bedroom.
bedroom? Oh, okay.
All the bedrooms connect together with a door, And they all also have a door to the hallway. And don't know why, but that's the way they work. Downstairs, every room has a door outside.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
I love this. So this is original too?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, all the wallpaper. Wallpaper was really expensive back then. You know.
So they did
most-
have it though?
It may have, it's been way too, well, I know it is, because that picture from, the workers who built the house, and with wallpaper used to go, picture frames. They signed name on the wall, and then wallpaper over. And at some time, this year, the wallpaper around it, and put that around it, and it was neat. So they would have had wallpaper.
Very different view today than what it was.
Yeah, I know. I'd have rather lived back then.
Yeah.
So, things were a lot easier. Well, you worked a lot harder, but still, it was
Right,
easier.
right. This is so neat. So did they make sure that it blended in so nobody would be able to?
Well, yeah, they wallpapered, of course, now the wallpaper is in
Yeah.
bad shape, but yes, they would have. And it wouldn't have mattered because you wouldn't have, you'd have to, you know,
Oh,
bust
yeah.
through the brick and cement to get it out of there.
That's true, that's true.
That doll was my mom's when she was a little girl.
My mom has some like that.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to be afraid of one of those.
Oh, yeah. Some of my grandkids are too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wonder. We could go then down the hall. That door leads into my bedroom. In 1878, they added the second floor. This is the kitchen now. They added the second floor because they wanted another bedroom and indoor plumbing.
In what, 1978?
1878.
18, okay.
So they put a bathroom in, another bedroom, and then this little, I call it sitting room, but it's now my radio room.
Would that have been a bedroom too?
No, too small.
Oh,
I don't really know what they would use it for, because it is so small. I mean, I guess you could use it for a bedroom, it could be tiny.
yeah. Do they have reading rooms or
Well,
sewing rooms?
they had, they call sitting rooms, you
Oh,
know, where they
okay.
would. It is good for view because you get to see the whole backyard through that window.
That's probably the one I would have picked too, to look out of.
Yeah.
So did that come constructed or? did
No, I
they
built
do-
that when my kids were little. We used to do that kind of stuff.
Does it start, like, does it?
Oh, yeah.
have a motor in it?
Yeah, and radio
Oh,
control.
man.
Yeah. Radio control. And,
Nice. I'm close to the airplane park in Ross.
oh, yeah, yeah.
I
uh-huh.
remember the
I used to
name, I
go
read
there
that.
because what I used to do for a living, we used to do a lot of work at Procter & Gamble there,
Yeah,
when they were there.
yeah,
And, yeah, at lunch I'd go over and watch them fly,
yeah.
when they were flying.
Emergency.
I'll show you. There's a little tiny house out here, a little tiny outbuilding.
Yeah.
the uncle in the early to mid 30s was a amateur radio operator. And
That's
that
his
was
job?
where his, no,
Oh,
it was a
just-
hobby,
oh.
just like mine.
Yeah.
And that's where they had him do his radio, because they didn't want it in the house. They didn't understand radio back then, you know, it was a, you know, strange deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, if you're into, and this still goes on today, if you're a ham radio operator, you can join an emergency, what they call emergency net.
Yeah.
This is Queen City Emergency Net. And these are the different people he would relay to. When we lose power, so does the police department and the fire
Right.
department.
Yeah.
Now, they have standby generators, but they don't run forever. They use the amateur radio operators to dispatch. And this is him. He is here. And these are the different people he would contact to relay messages. Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
And it's from 37, I believe, 1937.
Neat.
So
Oh, I love that.
you want to go down and go out.
Okay.
Of course, install the bathroom. This takes you back down to the
Oh my
kitchen.
gosh.
And it's narrow, steep, and if you're tall, you
Oh,
bang
my
your head
goodness.
here. What's that? Yes. Yes, they must have done all right farming, you know.
Yeah.
The basement has a full basement, it's rock, of course, the walls are all rock,
Yeah.
and the floor's dirt. So
Dirt, yeah.
it's not a enjoyable place to go
Yes, yes.
by any means. And like I said, everything in here is just stuff I like.
So
Entire
cool.
life.
So cool.
That door leads to, it's called a summer kitchen, where they would have cooked in the summertime to keep the heat out of the house. So it's just a separate little, and it's got storage, excuse me, the storm. You can look at it, but that's where they would have cooked in the
Really?
summertime.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, it was real common. Back in the old days.
Oh, wow. So it's a whole.
Because
like,
you had a
room.
fire going all the time, and it would have heated the house up drastically.
Yeah.
You know. And
Oh,
of
that's
course, no air conditioning. No. Yeah, the rest of the stuff is mine. Don't look at that.
I wish we had a cooking house at my house.
And it's got the weirdest chimney. It doesn't come all the way down. It just hangs off that wall.
Oh my goodness.
You'd think, is that coming down one?
Yeah.
Now, in the earlier days, like the 1810 house, the kitchen would have been a separate building.
Really?
Yes, because they burned all the time, and they didn't want it to burn your house down, so they would have had a separate outbuilding that would have been the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
You know, when this house came along, it was really unusual to have the kitchen connected to the house because of the fire hazard.
Yeah.
So we can go out and show you what's outside.
Yes, 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 yes.
This is a cistern.
For plumbing or.
Water. It
Just
would have been
water.
your water.
Okay.
It takes the water off the roof of the house with the gutters and puts it in there and stores it. And then you would have used that water. This what came about the same time they had electricity,
Oh.
because there would have been a pump in the basement that pumped the water for you.
That was cool. It was echoing in there. I got that on audio. That was cool. Comment that, put a like button on that chat.
Yeah, it's a pretty big cavern down in there.
The cave down there, guys.
Uh-huh. It's a brick, built out of brick. Holds water.
You know what's funny? Before we move on, there's I think it went woods and one of the trails. There's a limestone kind of like thing, and like I don't know if it's they made it almost like part of a culvert, or if it might be an entrance to a cave. There's a lot of sinkholes in Wind Woods.
Now, where is this?
Wind Woods.
Oh, Winton Woods. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of sinkholes there. They even got a placard for sinkholes.
Yeah, be careful. Then this is a regular well. That's where they would have originally got their water.
Yeah.
And I'll open it up. He can put his camera down there. Don't drop it.
Right.
If you do, you're going after it. I do know because I measured it's 13 feet down to the water level.
To the water.
Yeah, to the water.
My goodness.
And it's all rock lined.
So do you think it's a natural well?
No, they would have dug it.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because the old house has one too. Uh-huh. No, they would have dug it for their water. But at this time, you would have had to come outside and pump your water to get. No. Well, it wouldn't have been near as much as going to that outhouse in the middle of winter. The first little house is a smokehouse where you make bacon, ham. And the second one is the outhouse.
Oh wow. And this is the original.
This is the original house. This is the back of it.
Okay.
So at one time they would have come in the front with your horses.
Oh, sure.
Yes, with the well to pump the water. Out in this area would have been the kitchen,
Oh.
and it would have been a separate building.
Is that the original woods line?
It was a fence line just to keep animals and whatnot out of your,
Homestead.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah, that, the cows would have been out there and now we can go in this house. It hasn't been touched since they built that one. That's a cellar. It's just as big as this first room. That's all big it is. But like I said, this was built in 1810. And it's just storage now. It has a chimney in every room. You'd have had a wood burner, cast iron, Ben Franklin stove of some kind to heat the place.
Yeah.
And now it's just, well, not full, but it just got a lot. It is only 3 rooms. The little door that you saw when we walked up to it out there leads into a tool room where they would put tools, farming tools.
Nice. Hopefully not a big family.
Well, it might have been why they built another house.
Yeah.
Because I just can't imagine raising a family farming. And of course, you don't spend a lot of time in the house. You were out working, you know.
Yeah. at all
But still,
ages.
these 3 little rooms is mighty small.
Yeah.
Mighty small. Didn't do no big entertaining here.
No, not at all.
It's gonna be a good video.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the tour, the guests, you're on a real tour like you hear, but definitely come out and if your local schedule a tour, he'll
Yeah.
give us a website where you can do it, so hopefully this will force you to come out.
Yeah.
They don't make you work.
Don't look like the fisheye skin and everything and like,
So this
Come out
actually
visit us.
had electric then?
In 1935,
Okay.
the main house and this were electrified, along with the outbuildings. And you can see here, there's a telephone pole there.
Oh, yeah.
It went from the main house to that pole, and then there was another one down by the chicken coop. And it just strung wires down, and then they pulled wires off to the individual building.
There's a lot of money here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they worked hard too. the
Yeah.
farmers.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. This is priceless.
Yeah, you don't find, I am definitely the oldest house
I
in
bet.
quite a large area. Mostly because they just didn't keep,
Yeah.
you know.
It was supposed to have been cloudy when we did this. It would have been nice. That we wouldn't have to use the new Disney filter that much, but have to keep putting it up, putting it down.
Yeah.
All right, ready to go to the next place.
Yes, we'll walk around, go down the driveway, look at the other building.
Yes.
Sorry about that noise in the audio, guys. You guys are hearing. Can't do anything about that.
No, you can't. Commercial around.
Right.
We're in a commercial area.
Are these original shutters?
Yeah.
I love shutters.
Oh. Yeah, you do until you have to paint. That's what I did all last year. And I got to do a hell of a lot more of this. A lot of work.
Everything that we see was property of.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
This was their chicken coop.
It's big for a chicken coop, isn't it?
Must have eaten a lot of chicken. It is now a wood shop. I can show you, but it is my wood shop.
Plenty of space for that.
Not really.
No?
No.
I
It's smaller than you think,
It
but,
is, yeah. From the outside, it looks giant.
Yes, it does, but it is not.
I see. Then it would be right, chickens on both sides.
Yes, they
Yeah,
had
this is about the
feeders
right
down the
size,
center, and the tin boxes with the holes in them where the chickens net roost, you know. And those went down both sides.
Yeah.
And there's still some left, and that was all in here when I moved in.
Wow.
And I took it out to use, and I have some of it upstairs, and a lot of it, the brooders that chickens lived in, I sold off. People will buy them, you know.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to come across good stuff these
Yes.
days. So what about the pathway?
Yes, they put in sidewalks. I don't know when, but I would have guessed in the 1900s. It was changed from gravel to pavement. That was just a regular garage.
This would have been their garage?
Yes. Which is a far walk every day from the house to get your car.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that. Yes, this was where the cows would come in and be milked twice a day. Because it was cows.
Okay.
Barn. Do this and this, and I'll open this, and it stayed either cold or hot in here, depending upon. It takes a long time for it to change.
I bet. Oh my goodness. These are gorgeous. And this is your collection?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Wow. This would have been $725.
Yeah, right. And that was the most expensive car.
Oh,
Yes, that Ford made. This is a Model T, 1923. The difference with this is it actually totally enclosed and has roll-up windows. Most were open back then.
oh.
Yeah. So this was a high-priced car.
Wow.
You can open and get in any of them you want.
This is an actual race car?
Well, it's a reproduction, although it is original. The chassis and the engine, I built the body,
Oh,
but
okay.
off of plans from back in the 30s.
But it would have
Yeah.
been wood? Is that wood? Or
Part of
metal?
it is wood and the rest is metal.
Oh, okay.
But they would have built wood
Oh.
and then put metal over top of it, yeah. Which is the same as Model A or a Model T. They're all wood and then with metal just stretched over.
That is
Yeah.
so neat.
And that one was just given to me on a good price, so I thought, I'll take it, but I can't I'm too old to get in and out of those little
It
things.
is tiny.
This was my daughter's. Growing up, she wouldn't ride in any of my cars, they were antique cars. So she got married, she's got kids, and I said, you pick out a car and I'll restore it. This is about 4 or 5 years. So that's what you picked out. This is how it rolled in here.
Goodness.
She did not do me any favors.
She did not, but you did her a huge one. Oh, wow.
The other drawing is a granddaughter I have that, those are her plans for the camper she's going to live
Nice.
in. She's 12.
Nice. Oh,
She already has dibs on both of the Volkswagen. That one is a camper, and she swears to me she's going to live in it. When she grows up, I'm living in it.
yeah.
I said, well, knock yourself out.
Is this a standard?
No,
Oh, okay.
you can open up any of them.
I love that door.
I don't like getting in and out of them. I'm too old for that
Very
anymore.
low. Oh my God.
Way too old for that. Yeah, that one will hopefully be this year's project. I gotta get it painted. Then it'll be done. All the interior's over there, everything else is
This one
finished.
or the one on the bottom?
This one. This one I won't do
Oh,
anything
okay.
with. It doesn't have enough value really
Yeah.
to,
So is this one from like the coastline or somewhere? Or is?
oh no.
Oh, okay.
The same granddaughter that's gonna live in these, she insisted it had to have a surfboard. So she bought me that surfboard.
That's beautiful.
Yes. I cannot express how strange this girl is compared to normal people.
Very neat.
Yeah, 1954 Chrysler,
Is this original?
Windsor. Yes, no, I think the interior's been redone. But I got it from the couple who bought it new. When they died, it was sold. I drive it all the time.
Is this
It's nice.
comfortable?
Yeah, you tell me.
It doesn't look very comfortable. Well, it's very comfortable though.
I like it because it has a lot of room, you know, compared to modern cars.
Yeah.
And other than the Corvette, it's the only one I own that's an automatic.
A lot of room.
Yeah, all the rest are standard. This is a 71, that's not it.
Oh, okay. Still.
Because I just got this during the winter time and I haven't had time, it hasn't warmed up enough to switch things around in here.
Yeah.
That 68 is this one.
Oh, okay.
That's a 71. And this is a camper where the top pops up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, of course it's a Volkswagen van. They would have sent it to this outfit called Westfala after it was built, and they made them into campers.
Oh, wow.
And you can look inside. It's got a bed. It's got a table. Wasn't a, you know, not like we would think today's modern campers, but
Oh, wow.
this folds into just a bench seat.
And then this is your table.
Yeah, and the
that
table
lifts up.
folds up, and of course this pops up, and it's canvas, and it has screen windows in it.
Nice.
And that's all original, that's the way it was. This one is your conventional Volkswagen bus with the multi-row seats.
Yeah. I didn't even know. I thought there were only 2 rows.
No,
Most
the
of them
full
are-
buses, yeah, we're all three. Yeah, a lot of times they take the center one out.
Oh,
To give you
okay,
more room. Yeah.
Oh, what is this?
55 Jeep, military Jeep.
Oh,
And while it's neat and a lot of fun, it doesn't go fast and rides like you,
bumpy.
it will beat you to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this, would you find this on it originally?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
military did that because they would use that to tow or
Yeah.
whatever, and that's where they would store it. Yeah, and they were basic.
Oh, wow.
This particular model is a regular Jeep would have been an M38. That's government designation, M38. This is an M170. It's 14 inches longer than the standard Jeep, and they did that for either radio equipment or to hold litters. You know what a litter is?
No.
That you lay on a stretcher?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it would have held two of them across here.
Oh, wow. So is this like a generator?
Yeah, that's a military
Nice.
generator they would have used for radio gear. I've collected some stuff that I find when I find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a drug box they would have had.
Oh, neat. Oh, wow. Only 2 seats ever?
Ever. You can sit here,
Yeah.
you know, and your feet down there.
Now the pots here that you guys are seeing online on YouTube too. The pots here, you want to explain about those? The pots and this stuff right here?
These,
Yeah, these and the things are behind.
all of this stuff came in the barn when I bought it. There would have been kerosene containers back then, because gasoline, when gasoline came out, then they would have been changed to gasoline. But kerosene was more common in the older days than the gasoline was.
Oh, wow.
And of course, the buckets were just buckets they used here.
For different things.
Uh-huh.
Water, milk.
Well, yes, because this held cows.
Yeah.
The cows would come in twice a day to be milked.
Is that an emergency thing?
That is, yes, but not, that would have been from around the 60s, used by rescue. If you're on a mountain and you got hurt, they would come up with one of those, they would strap you in and then get you down in that. And like I said, if it caught my fancy, I'd buy it, you know, and if it was cheap.
Yeah.
It would be cheap too. I'd just buy it because it interested me.
So cool.
Yeah, this is a 36 Oldsmobile, and I don't know that I'll ever do anything more to it. Very few parts of any kind are available for it. You can't get brakes
yeah.
for it, can't get anything, so it's a hard car to work on.
Are those Oogle horns?
Yeah.
Are they really?
Well, they're the horns, yes, and they're loud.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Corvette was a friend's father who died, and I said, yeah, I'll want it. Not that I want it, but. Now, upstairs, there are 2 horse-drawn carriages, one restored, one not,
Oh, wow. Can we
and
see
various,
this?
oh yeah, various other
Yay.
things. Yeah, as long as
That's
you
the
don't go-
everything that the tour people that the guests see. Be great.
Yeah.
Well, some of these areas I'm not really supposed to take people up to local fire department because there's no means of egress. You know, you can't get out. But only that. And they said, well, you can't really let's put in another set of steps.
So what are these doors? Are these?
This would have been filled with hay.
Okay.
The hay comes in there
Oh.
on this. That goes out, drops down, we pick up hay and bring it up here and they would store it. You see the rope goes over there,
Yeah.
down there, and out the door we came in. You'd hook it to a horse.
Yeah.
The farmer would whistle, the horse would go on the way, he'd whistle again and go the other way. So, now, your question. There's one here and one there. Originally, on here, down below, there were troughs. The farmer would dump the hay down this into the trough and spread it out in the house.
So
That would eat. Yeah.
easier. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. What a job. Did you reach this?
Yes, it looked like that. But I don't have the time for that one,
Yeah.
nor do I have a horse to draw. You know. And of course, this hole would not have been here. It wasn't here when I moved in. This was all. I cut this out. Me and my grandson to put the lift in. So
This was all.
Yeah, so it would all have been like this.
Oh, wow.
Back there's all wood. Yes.
Nice.
Uh-huh. Well, got too old to be laying on the ground working on cars.
So.
This is a litter.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
So that goes
It's
on
military.
the military, yeah.
Found that somewhere and thought, yeah, it goes great with the Jeep, but I can't
Yeah.
put it on the Jeep because it sticks out on both sides. And I don't have enough room the way it is.
Yeah.
In an airplane.
That's gonna
And
be
this
cool.
summer, that's gonna be put together and hung up here.
That's gonna be cool. That is so neat.
Yeah, not that I'd ever fly in it, but.
Right. That's huge though.
Well, it's made to fly. You know, you get in one person.
Yeah. I can see it. Like, that is so neat. I can see the airplane.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I will enjoy it when it's hanging up there.
Yeah.
It will look good.
We'll have to come back just to see
And then,
that.
of course, the storage of all kinds, you know, car parts. You
Yeah.
can't have too many car parts for the car.
Right.
Another one. Wheels of Time. Hello, hello. Good. What are you selling? Always trying to sell you something.
Yes, they are. And did they just use those for windows?
They were to vent hay. If you put hay away and it's too green, it will self-combust and burn your barn down. So they ventilated to dry it
Oh my gosh.
in the old days. Yeah.
I didn't
We
know
could
that.
open one up when you were up there.
I didn't even notice them. That is so neat.
But yeah, there's no windows or anything. They just open up a hole. This is a tractor barn,
And the tractor.
right?
Yeah.
On both sides are corn cribs. Now, I'll warn you ahead of time. There's a huge lift in here
Okay.
from painting the house. But we can't go. And you can see how it's ventilated on both sides. That would have been filled with corn. Corn that is still on the cob.
Gotcha.
Or feeding the cows and
Yeah.
anything else.
So they would stuff both of these
Yes.
sides plumb full.
The tractor would have pulled in here with a trailer on the back that they would have dumped all that in after
Yeah.
harvesting it. And then, you see the little doors up here?
Oh, yeah.
Those flop down. And then they would shovel it all into
Oh,
there.
I
It wouldn't have had this door or
Okay.
that door. Those were cut in when they quit farming and needed it just for space.
Neat.
And of course, it has the same door on the back because the tractor would pull on through, so you didn't have to back out.
Yeah. And then what is this? Is this an actual door they use?
I cut that door in.
Oh, okay.
If you go in and look in here, I store all the wood that I took out of the farm when I cut the floor out.
Original wood.
Here.
That's very
Yes.
smart. Very
Well,
smart.
I have built quite a bit of furniture for my daughter out of it.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
You see it stacked up in there?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of lighting, but well, anyways, I cut that door in there to make it easier to get the wood, rather than having to come in here and fight this little door here.
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
what that door's for.
Are these original?
Yes, they were all in the barn when I.
Are these all types of plows?
Yeah. Yeah, plow and a disc.
Oh, okay. Oh, good job.
And I do know that this area here was fenced in at one time. That's why you have the row of trees and down to here and up to there. And they had hogs here. I know.
They literally had everything.
Well,
It's the same.
In the older day, it was a one-day trip from here to downtown Cincinnati. So you didn't
Go back
travel
and
back
forth
and forth,
much.
no.
Yeah.
You had to be pretty much self-sufficient. Now, Springdale was a little town. They were formed in, I think it's 1803. That was the first stagecoach stop from downtown Cincinnati. You would stop here overnight, and you would go up to Hamilton. You talk about not going anywhere fast. And like I said, this little building was his radio shack when he built it. Oh, the two girls that lived here last, they're my age, they're in their 70s now. One lives in Florida, the other lives in California now. They used to visit Playhouse, and there's still some of their stuff in there.
I probably would have too,
Oh yeah, perfect.
though. Yeah.
Here? Oh, great. By that time, Uncle was dead. He wasn't his radio anymore. Come on. It is musty.
Still very good. This original?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. It burnt coal to heat. Yeah. And of course, the toys were all theirs.
Oh my gosh. This would be fun.
Yeah, I'd have loved to have it as a kid.
Yeah. You would have to worry
Because it would have been in much better shape then. But
Yeah. Oh, nice.
they had their little sink and they still got pots and pans in there.
That was so neat. This place shows so much love.
It would have had electric, but it doesn't now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the two girls had horses here the last when they were born here. By the time they reached school age, they moved to Madera
Oh, yeah.
because there weren't schools out here. So they got a house in Madera and lived there and came here on weekends and then all summer. And the two girls had horses in the barn that they would ride.
That is so cool.
And they told me stories when they were little. They'd ride their horse from here to Ross.
Wow.
But there weren't expressways and that kind of stuff in the way back then. You know, we're talking 50s, 60s, you know.
How cool would that be?
Can you imagine? Nowadays, your mom letting you take off on a horse and go as far as Ross.
Yeah.
I'll get. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's how much things have changed.
Wow.
And in 1970, the state came through and lowered Crescentville Road. It used to come up the same height as this property.
Oh, wow.
It was a big hill and then back down. They had so many accidents that they lowered it, dropped it. And if you walk out front, you can see where the old driveway used to go out to the road, which now is a 30-foot drop because they lowered it that much.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you remember Route 4 where that, because I was playing like you're like our tour. Do you remember like on Route 4 where there used to be a drive-in movie theater there where that, in Fairfield where that animal clinic places and where that car washes?
Oh, okay, up further, yeah.
There used to be a drive-in movie theater. I remember this. And I think there used to be a limestone cliff in front of it. It used to be a drive-in movie theater. It used to be a dirt road. You used to go up there.
Yeah. Yeah, things weren't near as nice as they are nowadays, but
All right. Anything else that we're missing?
I think that's pretty much all I got.
Maybe we'll end it at the at front of the Wheeler Museum sign. You can explain about the website where people can look for you. I could dub it in as well at the end.
That's how I found it was on the website.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you wouldn't find it by driving by.
Yeah, no,
And
and I used to
especially in
work
the
over here.
summer.
That's the bad part.
In the summer when the trees come out,
Yeah.
you don't see it at all.
Let's go to where we started at.
I think we have a couple questions for you.
All right.
Just explain about where people can. Let me get this sign that we're at there. Just explain about where people can go to, what the website is. I'll dub it in as well in the video at the end here, and where they can find information on tours, on the tour, and stuff like that.
Well, you can go to wheelsofTime.com for a website and get all the information about who to call, when we are open, and what's here.
All right, folks, please come out, visit us if you're in the area. If you're a local visitor, come out, visit us, the Wheels of Time Museum, Historic Becker House. You'll see pretty much what we saw, minus a few things, but you will see a tour kind of like we did. If you want to, you could do the house, or you could do the Wheeler Museum, or you could do both. So
Yeah.
definitely come out and tell them that Action TV Cincy sent you. And give them thanks, give them love. So this is great. So I thank you
Donations
so
are
much. What's your name again?
My name is Dave.
Okay, his name is Dave. So
Give me a call and we'll set up a time. Or you can take your chances and just stop by and I may be here.
all right, Dave, I thank you so much.
All right, anytime, like I said. Okay.